Hello, hello everyone. I am Jess Tilley. So excited to introduce to you today two wonderful, wonderful people that we are so excited to have joining us in Miami this April. We've got Karen Sherwood, and Karen is one of the leading pioneers and authorities in BG5, part investigator, part experimenter, part collaboration visionary. There's the word. Karen Sherwood explores the mechanics of future work through BG5 Human Design for Business. With decades of leadership experience, she empowers people to unlock their unique gifts and prosper authentically. We also have Nathalie Kaiser. Nathalie is a world-renowned BG5 and OC16 consultant who has been shaping the field since the early days at the BG5 Business Institute in 2016. As a trusted expert and instructor in the official BG5 and OC16 consultant certification programs, she brings a depth of knowledge and real-world experience that few can match. Yet, what truly sets Nathalie apart in her approach, she blends insight with warmth, making every session not only deeply informative, but also grounded, accessible, and genuinely fun. And I love
Exactly.
Yes, so fun.
That's the main part, fun.
The fun aspect. Yes, exactly. Because, when I came into human design, I was like, BG5, are we doing calculus in that? Like, what kind of math? OC16, I don't even know what this name is. And in my head, I was like, these are the people wearing the suits. These are the people that are very, uptight. And I love that you completely shatter that. And it isn't anything but that. Like, OC16, BG5 is so amazing. Both of you are so much fun, so amazing. So yeah, please let us know what exactly is BG5? What exactly is OC16?
Well, I guess I'll start.
Yes.
So BG5 is the business application of the human design system. And it actually stands for base group 5, which if you go really deep into the knowledge, you can see that base group 5 is really the foundation, if you will, of the universe. But that's getting a little ahead. We're going to focus on the more practical side of things. And one of the things that Ra talked about is that there's the 4% that is really here to transform and go deep, deep, deep into the knowledge, but he couldn't leave behind the other 96%. And so BG5 really addresses the other 69%, if you will. And what we mean by that is we have a slightly different language, which is much more approachable, especially in the business arena. And yes, our focus is on career and business, but I would say that really the focus is on connection and collaboration, which is exactly what we're going to bring to the experience in Miami.
Yeah. And
do you want to add to that, Nathalie?
Yeah. So, and OC16. So OC stands for Organizing Channel, 16 for 16 people. So the BG5, the base group of 5, is the basic building block of any organization. So that's a team of 3 to 5 people, the penta, for those that know a little bit about it. And then a larger group and large group dynamics starts with 10 people. But if you have 3 groups, 3 teams of 5, you have 15 plus 1 manager, 1 leader, you have 16. And a large group is organizing channel through communication and education. So that is how we align the whole organization, because you cannot, talk or address each individual individually all the time. What you can do when you work with just a small group. And the beauty of what we do, it's actually, yes, it is business, but it is also a classroom. It is also your yoga class. It is also wherever we as humans tribe, wherever we come together. So the fun thing, and yeah, then I go a little bit into what we do, what we are going to do, but we have done what we are going to do in Miami also in Sofia in a smaller exercise. But what we really found is that, and I found this before, I was in Sofia 2 years ago as well, in the International Human Design Festival. What we found is that the human design people that go like BG5, You know, and then I come in and I just showed you my shoes. I'm not going to do it again with my
wait. You have to show people the shoes. You have to show them.
We're going to show the shoe again. This is the shoe. So literally these shoes went to Sophia because, you know, it was my signature mark. I'm a shoe girl. Like Jazz is the bow girl. I'm the shoe girl. So, but I wanted to show, you know, it is my personality. Yes, I'm fun. But I wanted to show, you know, it's also, the way we work best together is if we have fun. If it's not so serious, if we see each individual in their uniqueness shine in their disruptive what you love in this festival. So what I found, what we found also, you know, the human design people that go a little bit like, I don't know if I want to attend that workshop or session. And then they're there, and we're actually going to do a really fun game. Cameron will share a little bit more about it. But then they were like, "Woo!" You know. So yeah, so very excited, and it's just playing with the energy dynamics of how we come together. It's humanity, where we all learn about our individual design as a human. It's also very important. No human is an island. To learn, you know, and how does it connect, and how do we then operate?
Yes. And it's such an important time with everything going on. How do we collaborate, right? How do we show up differently when we are in these groups, right? It's such a beautiful thing to learn who you are, right? Like, who am I? How do I show up? And how do I do this in a group, right?
Yes.
And noticing how that feels and getting to experience that. Oh, I'm so wonderfully excited that these two worlds get to come together in human design. It feels like the whole family's back together. We're having a family reunion and everyone's here, you know?
Yeah, that's what I really love. And I think what you said, Jess, I think is really important for the future as well, because the background frequency of the era of planning is going away. And how we have worked together in the past is through obligation, through agreements, through bargains, through, you know, I'll pay you X and you'll do X. That's going away. So how do we connect? How do we collaborate? How do we work together when that background goes away? And this is, you know, part of what we're going to be experimenting with OC16. I believe, and as Nathalie said, it is based on communication. And how do we communicate? And what are the lines of communication based on our own design that allows communication to flow, allows us to connect, allows us to collaborate in a completely different way? You know, so if we take a look at what is happening as far as the background frequency, it is the abundance of spirit, right? Really, truly being ourselves, and then connecting intimately with others. And that's really going to set up, you know, what this new era is all about. And what we hope to do also is bring some excitement, but also bring some ahas to, oh, this is how it works. We can connect, we can collaborate, we can work together.
Yeah.
And that's going to be key in the future.
Yes. Oh, I love that so much. And just for anybody who's watching, who's like not quite sure, there is going to be a global shift come 2027. So that's what we're speaking about. So that changes. So that's going to be a big shift that we're starting to already see and feel a little bit. But that's going to be coming in 2027. So this again is such a beautiful and important time to really learn and experience how do we communicate, right? Communicating is so key. And we see so many things happen when we have those lines of communication break down, when the people can't hear each other and not understand. And, you know, I'll speak from experience as well. I just did a reading with Nathalie, and she went through all of my different, you know, the channels and the bases and everything and what supports it. And I can speak for myself here, where it's like I've been in human design now for almost, you know, like a decade, but like actually fully living it like about 7 years. And there was things she told me and I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I see now. I was like, holy crap. Like, this is like, okay, I understand why in this scenario, my energy's working this way, but then in collaborations, it's working differently. What was missing? Whereas before, I was like, what did I do wrong? How did I do this wrong? But it was actually that piece of support that fuels it, right? It was just so, so amazing. So, oh, yeah, BG5 is phenomenal. And I'm so excited to like share this with more people.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
So what we bring to share a little bit about, the OC16 experiential game, you will walk away with your personal OC16 playbook. So you will, there are 6 lines of communication that, consists of the full chart. Every single trait, gate, 64 traits, gates have, so trait is the BG5 terminology for gate, right? It's a character trait that you have. It has a specific role to play. And the thing is, like with your individual design, you want to be what you are not, right? You want to kind of try to become better in your openness, but that's not up to you. That's the puzzle piece from somebody else, right? So if we learn what is our puzzle piece and we can play our puzzle piece in the bigger picture, then it can flow.
Yeah.
But what we do naturally and what is our talent, we usually kind of swipe under the rug because that's normal. That's nothing special. I don't have to work for that. No, that's the thing, right? So to
Yeah.
learn about that and to then walk away with your personal playbook. So actually we will have little fun games and coloring and stickers
Yes.
and whatever on the first day, so that you have your playbook, and then throughout the festival you will be able to observe and see where it gets pulled out and how you interact. And then on day 4 we actually have like half of it of the day. So that's brilliant. Thank you very much, organization. So we can then kind of get together in interactive analysis, but also do fun games, maybe with some penta experiments. And with the OC16 experiments, we have more time than we had in Sophia, so we have to figure out really a nice way to do this. But then, so that you can both integrate what you have observed, but also for it to become kind of solid, like, okay, so this is my role, this is my part, this is my puzzle piece, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's amazing how different the dynamics are, just like you were saying, Jess, how different the dynamics are when you're by yourself or when you're in connection with another in partnership, or when you're in a small group or when you're in a larger group.
Yes.
And in getting your playbook, just like Nathalie said, you also have an opportunity throughout the entire experience to watch your interactions with others, and what are you talking about, and what are the different dynamics when different people come together, because you'll watch your communication shift and change when there's just 2 people or 3 people or a smaller group or a larger group. And to be able to set it up at the beginning and then to be able to watch it throughout the entire experience, and then to wrap it all up with, really, if you will, sort of evaluating, seeing, speaking about it, sharing about it, really grounds it. So not only do you get the experience, you have something to take away that is really, really practical that you can use in your everyday life.
Oh, yeah. I love that. So, so valuable. And let's see. So, for the title we have here, The Future of Collaboration. Designing how we work together in the new era. A live immersive experience with Karen Sherwood and Nathalie Kaiser. And like you were saying, it's so valuable, and it's just beautiful the amount of intention that went behind this, and how do we structure it? Exactly like you were saying. So the first day, having that first experience, and I was like, okay, the first day we're doing a lecture, and Karen's like, no.
Yeah,
I was like,
me too. I was like, no.
It was so funny. I was like, oh no, okay, not a lecture. So she's like, no, it's
There
immersive.
is a
We're
little
feeling.
lecture kind
Yeah.
of to introduce it.
Yes.
And I made a little animation, created myself, and it really gives a feel for it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
how it all, how these designs come together and create these transauric forms that are created by the energy of the community.
Yes.
But then we'll dive into it. So that will be maybe a 20-minute lecture, and then we'll dive into it.
Which I love, because it's like, no, it's like, yes, we're giving the knowledge and we want you to play with it.
Yes.
We want you to, and a
it.
playbook. I mean, how fantastic. It's not just like a book, it's the playbook, and everything, all the energy you're both bringing is playful. And, as we were talking about a little bit before, that's where people really get to learn and retain, when you feel
Yes.
that feeling in your body, that not someone's telling you something and speaking at you, where you feel kind of like condensed, or you feel like you're deflecting it. It's like, how do I feel this? What's coming up? How is this showing up for me? And that's the most beautiful way to learn and to actually see and play with what's coming up inside of you. And then we're also going to be setting up a side chat in our WhatsApp for people to share, like, hey, this was kind of wacky, this happened, or oh my goodness, I noticed myself doing this with like 5 people or 1 person, and asking questions. So it's like, it's starting with that experience in the beginning on day 1, where it's introducing you, having that support throughout, and then closing, like you were saying as well, to have that, sharing and playing a little bit more. So yeah, we are just, so wonderfully excited, because the other thing too is, I think Sophia was the first place that this was done at a human design conference. And so this will be the first in the US at a human design conference.
Exactly.
So celebrating.
From Europe to the other continent. Yay.
Yes. You two are unstoppable now. Where to next?
Yes, exactly.
You're like, they let us out. We're never going back.
No, and the real fun part, by just making it playful, making it fun, making it a felt experience. What I noticed, like, people get the information at such a deep level that sometimes even in the OC16 consultant certification course, it's theory and it's such dry material, and to get through all of it and to wrap your head around, because it's multi-layered, etc. But if you're just doing it and living it, you go like, oh, so yeah. And then sometimes people get it at a deeper level than my students that go through the whole certification. Myself, the first year, I was like asking Karen millions of questions, because I was like, what a beep.
Yeah.
What?
And I think that what Nathalie just said is really the key, because then you actually embody it, and it's not just theory. It's not just blah 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 that we have on the screen. It is actually living it and seeing how those roles play out literally in your everyday life. When we talk about OC16, the interesting thing about OC16 is people often think that it's a really, really large group. It starts at 10 people. Yeah. That's not a lot of people. No. An OC16 starts at 10 people. Yeah. And so, you have a family, you have 10 people. It shows up in your family. You have, as Nathalie said, a yoga class, it shows up there. So it helps you really integrate into how we can see the bigger picture and working together in every level.
Yeah, social structure,
business and personal.
Yeah. Group dynamics. It's group dynamics.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. But for some reason in my head, OC16 sounded really scary. I was like, that sounds intense. But it's so beautiful. And the other thing too, that I was, contemplating with this, I was like, yeah, but if the verbiage is different, and that was a question. And, Nathalie walked through with me, and she was like, but if you look at the words right now in human design, it's normally that second word, right?
Yeah,
for that description. And so it's not, because sometimes, and I'd read, like, oh, it's like completely different. It's all different. It's a completely new thing. But it's that second description right there.
Yeah. So to just give some examples for people to get a feel, like a projector is an advisor, a manifestor is an initiator. Yeah. We are builders, generators. Yeah. And then the reflector is the evaluator. So that's just, a different, but it's not so esoteric or so archetypical for the business world or everyday life for that matter. Like when I found BG5, I was like, finally I can tell my friends about human design. Like, yeah, because for
Yeah.
myself, I'm an investigating heretic, right?
Yeah.
Heretic or martyr or hermit. Those are not words that you love to hear, right?
Right. Yeah.
But then in BG5, I'm a messenger of the practical solution, the fifth line. What do we have? The martyr, Karen, the 1-3. She is a pioneer. Huh? The third line.
Yeah.
And what the hermit, the second line, is a natural talent. It's the
Yeah.
explanation of what it is, and then we use that word. So with everything, it makes it also, human design people that come to BG5, we have a lot, they use it now in their regular practice. We had Darshana sharing that even in her human design classes, he uses BG5 language just to explain the archetypical words. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It makes it
Yeah.
really accessible for, the norm,
Right.
everybody.
Yeah. No, that makes so much sense. Because when I was like, 4-6, like opportunist, I was like, ooh, that sounds not. I was like, no, I just want friends.
Opportunist. You're just a networker.
Yes,
you're a networker.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, it's definitely it's a beautiful thing and it's a beautiful language. And I really love that it speaks to that other, the 96%, that it's like this is for everyone, because it never set well with me that it's like, oh, this is only for 4% of people. I'm like, what about everybody else,
No man left behind.
Exactly. If it's correct for you. And here's the other thing. With all things and with everything at our experience, it's an experience. Honor your experience. If it's not for you, that is perfect and that is okay. It doesn't have to be. If it is for you, amazing. And that's a perfect and okay. The only thing is we are absolutely staying respectful. Like a hard line there. We will not have any disrespect for anybody or anything. And so you, however you feel and whatever your experience is perfect, and honor that, right? So really, really deeply, and it's differentiation, and maybe it's a no for you, and that's perfect. And maybe it's a yes. It's such a yes. If you can't tell, it's a yes for me. The whole everything's like yes.
It's a yes for Jess.
It's a yes for Jess. So another question for both of you: why Miami? Why this experience? Why coming to this conference in April?
Well, do you want to start, Nathalie? Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I met Jess, and then I was like, oh my God, I need to go to Miami now. Yeah, so we met in the organization of the Ibiza event, the 4%, the movie, and we just clicked, and it was just fun, and especially the fun. So Jess was like, oh, and you asked me already, like last summer last year, you were like, well, we are thinking of organizing something in Miami. Would you want to come this way? I'm like, would I want to come to Miami? So for me, it's really, and it's very special. You can see the little image here behind me, but I have a Cuban daughter. So for me, it's really going to Miami, and it's the first time in America, for God's sake. I've traveled the world, but I've never been to the United States. So to land in Miami first and see the Latino Cuban culture that is over there, and I've been a lot to Cuba, so it's really special for me. And then being able to do the event on the beach and having experiences like salsa dancing, I'm just I'm all on. And then since I was finally after 10 years, Karen and I met in person. We worked together already. We collaborate for 10 years online intensively. We've been through stuff together, but we saw each other for the first time in January. She came to Europe first, to here in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, and meeting some of the Dutch BG5ers, and then we went to Sofia together and doing the whole OC16 experiment, etc. together. It's just awesome. I was like, Karen, it's forgot in your country. You need to come, and we are going to do this together in Miami, so that your side of the world also gets to experience the both of us collaborating, which will is a kind of a demonstration in some sort of how you collaborate, each having your rightful role, and that it how do you say that 1 + 1 is 3. and how that,
Yes.
how that shows. So yeah, that's kind of how it all came together. And then Karen, you were just
Yeah,
like,
well, Natalie's coming to the United States. I cannot not see her. What?
Yes.
So it was an amazing invitation. So I just have to. It's just
yeah.
so one, meeting your entire team, the fact that
Yes.
Natalie's there, the fact that we get to work together. And I think what Natalie said, I think is really key is that, we're collaborating and putting this together. And one of the big themes, especially for this year and moving into the new era, is really leading by example. And so leading by example of what it is to connect and collaborate and work together, that we don't have to compete. We all have our own unique brilliance. And when
Yes.
we let that brilliance shine and we let the other person's brilliance shine, we all win. Not only, the two of us, but everyone that, is at
Yeah.
the event,
Mm,
everything.
mm,
And
Yeah.
so
mm,
that I think
mm.
is really the key. So having the opportunity to collaborate and work with Natalie and be able to put together, this game and experiment with it more, and of course to be in Miami as well is
Yeah.
amazing.
And the festival itself, I love that you are disruptive, that you do it differently, that it's all about the experience of it, because we've talked enough about it. And even in teaching, we feel like things are shifting. We need to be,
Yes.
being is the new doing. We need to be with it. We need to
Yes.
to feel it. And
Yes.
that your whole event is like really about that. And also what you said, honoring where you are at, whether it is for you or not, your differentiation. If you want to lie on a bed in a furniture store, right? Yeah, that's just hilarious. I love
Yeah.
it. It like
Yeah.
furniture stores and on the beach, like
Yes.
duh, instead of a
Yeah.
conference room and in a hotel with everybody, yeah,
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
And
Yes.
just you and your team too, I feel
Yes.
is really an example of co-creation and collaboration. And I really honor that. And I really, I love the energy of it. And
Yeah.
so I really appreciate that, that you're putting it together and leading by example as well.
Oh, thank you. It's been a beautiful experience. It really deeply truly has, where we're all allowed to be who we are and show up in our strengths and show up in our weaknesses in those moments where we're like, right now I can't, and it's okay. And it's been such a beautiful journey and a healing journey too, being in that kind of environment. And what you said was so beautiful. Oh my goodness, Karen. Like, yes. And that is the essence of it, right? That was just
Mhm.
so deeply it. And, like Natalie, you were saying too, it's this beautiful thing of experiencing, because there's so much knowledge out there, right? And it's a lot in
Yeah.
your head, but it's like, are we
Yes.
living it? Are we experiencing it? And if anybody's like, what are you talking about in a bed? If you haven't seen our wacky locations, please, I'll put the links in the bottom here as well. We have places, if you want to go lie down, there's a bed. There is a bed you can go sleep in. There's actually multiple. I think there's like 3 of them. There's couches. If you want to go sit and your body says, I want to go rest now, there's an environment for you to do that. There's the beach right there. If you're like, right now, I want to walk on the beach, amazing, right? It's not just saying, follow what feels correct for you. It's like, okay, and now do it. And here's the space to do it, which we're really big on. So we're
I
just
love it.
so excited. Yeah. And then one last question for you ladies. This is more for me. I want to know, how did it feel to come together after teaching for, I think you said 10 years? You've both been teaching together and working together for 10 years online. How did it feel, that first hug, and also to be able to teach together with like a live audience with people there? How did that feel for both of you?
Incredible.
Yeah.
Like it is really beyond words.
Yeah.
I was really curious to know, like, is it going to be different being in person and being online? And it's interesting. It's familiar, and it felt like we just picked up where we left off, but it's more dimensional. It's like, oh, being able to see you in 3D, to actually hug you, to
Mm.
actually be able to hang out together. Natalie's going to share a picture. There's the moment.
This
Yes,
was
yes,
the moment.
yes, yes, yes. There's
This
the
is
moment.
this is the airport in Amsterdam, and she
Oh,
arrived. And look at what the door says. She came through this door. Today is the day.
today's the day.
Isn't that
Oh,
amazing?
yes,
I
yes.
love this picture.
Oh, this is it.
This captures it.
This
Yeah,
is,
this
yep.
captures the moment. This was the
Oh,
I tear up again because
I'm like,
yeah,
like, yes.
goosebumps. It was so
Oh,
to be able to hug and to see each
mm,
other 3D, and
mm,
in
mm.
like the
Yes.
and then it's so familiar as well, and it
Yeah.
flows, and it's like,
Yeah.
so it's weird, and that we know it. Like it feels
Yeah.
like in aura, it feels like fuller. You are more together. Like if I get a cup of coffee, I walk out to the sink now, to the kitchen right now, and I come back, then I'm out of your aura. If she was sitting here in my living room, right, and then I get a cup of coffee, she's still within my,
Mm,
that's the difference that you feel.
yeah.
But for the rest, it was awesome, amazing, and
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
just fascinating that it never happened before in those 10 years, but
I
it just
know,
never happened.
exactly.
So yeah,
That's why I
Karen
have to
was,
be in Miami.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, yes. And that's it too, right? It's that lived experience. We're here to hug, if hugging is correct for you. I know I love hugs. If anybody wants hugs, I love hugs. We're here to experience people, right? In aura, to have that feeling, to like walk on the beach and have those conversations with the people, right? Not just that online, not just that scrolling, not just like that interaction online that's so lacking. It's the depth of it, right? The
Yeah,
Yeah.
really deep
and the
experience.
regular daily connection, that is the
Mm,
biggest thing about any event, live event.
yeah.
Like the in-betweens, that's what people actually remember.
Remember.
Yes.
And
And
that,
yeah,
yes. Oh yeah. And that's the most magical part. When I think of, Sophia, what I remember the most, just like Natalie said, is the connections, is the meeting people, is the conversations. So come meet us in
yeah.
Miami.
Yes.
And we're
Yes.
very, very accessible. We're not like,
Yes.
what did you say at the beginning with the jackets and etc.
The
You can
jackets
just
and
walk up and hug to us, like in the middle of whatever, right? Like
Yeah,
yeah.
we're there.
we love to connect. We love
Yes.
to be able
Yeah.
to meet you one-on-one in
Yeah.
person.
Mm.
It would
We
be
love questions.
amazing.
We both
We
are
love
very, very
questions.
much. Yeah, exactly. So you
Yeah.
can just get us.
Yes. So
Yeah.
if anybody has questions, definitely pop them in the comments below. We can definitely get back to those or share any insights. Like, have you experienced BG5 before? Like, how did it feel for you? Or, have you been to your first like live event? How did that feel? Share with us. Let us know. We'd love to hear about that. And yeah, is there anything else either one of you wanted to add or wanted to say? Yes.
So yeah, we did a session. So I did a little session for
Yes.
Jazz to
Yes.
showcase
Yes.
actually the Miami special that I created to what did we call it? Your genius at work.
Yes.
So I did it for Jazz, so you can see what it feels like, what it is. But I can you can book a session with me for 45 minutes, and we'll just look at your design and see
Yeah.
what genius you have at your work.
Yes. And oh my goodness, it's
If you can put,
amazing.
yeah, the link maybe
I'll
in the,
put the link. I'll
yeah,
add that in
exactly.
here as well. Or if
Yeah,
for some reason you can't find it in there, message me. Like very accessible. If anybody has
yeah.
questions, send me a message as well. Or you can email me, justtilly@corecalling.com, to ask questions. And again, like, I've been in human design for a while, and the stuff Natalie was sharing with me about my dynamics, I was like, oh my goodness, the moments. And I'm going to also link that. There's going to be lots of links in here to that session. We have that up on YouTube for you to see the moment that I was like, what? That
Yes.
moment that landed, and to experience Natalie doing a session and what that can feel like as well. And then, ladies, if people are looking to connect with you or follow you, what's the best place to do that?
Well, you can contact me at Karen at bg5solutions.com. That's my email, so feel free to reach out if you have any questions.
Yeah.
And I also have bg5solutions.com and prosperityshift.com as well. And you can find me on YouTube and LinkedIn as well. Just look up my name.
Yeah, just look up my name, and my company is called Authentico too. It's written in Spanish without the H, but you can find authentico2.com as well with H, etc. Everything comes down to my website. And then my email is Nathalie@authentico2.com or .nl, whatever, it all arrives. And Facebook, LinkedIn, Insta, you can just find me by my name.
Perfect. And I will put all of that in here in the description as well.
Exactly.
Fabulous.
And then
Fabulous.
also,
yeah. No, and so the link for the sessions is there. So they
sessions,
directly arrive at the page and can book and see everything.
Right there. And it's well worth it. And then also, the website that we have for the event has both of you featured on there, and you can click on all the links there as well.
Exactly.
So all the places to find you. Love it. Well, thank you so much, ladies. Really appreciate it. And can't wait to see you both in April.
I know. Can't wait to see you. It's coming
really
up quickly.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So come see us live in Miami.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks.